I'm going to give you three options of, huge tragedies that happened in the summer of 2005. Can you pick which one you think was the worst?
Okay.
Great. The London Underground bombings,
Pretty terrible.
Hurricane Katrina,
Also bad.
or the premiere of Mind of Mencia.
Welcome to Bottle Episodes.
Bottle episodes.
Hi guys, my name is David Piccolomini,
I'm Daniel Crow.
and this week we have a guest. We're joined by,
Hi, Daniel J. Perafan. What's up, everybody?
yes, Daniel, and we watched quintessential sketch comedy classic, Mind of Mencia, featuring revered comedian Carlos Mencia.
Ned
Ned
something.
Mencia.
Yeah, whatever his real name is.
So Mind of Mencia was a sketch show from 2005 to 2008.
A sketchy show.
It was, oh man, that was all about the twisted mind of Carlos Mencia, who had recently blown up from just, was it just stand up?
Yeah, you just would be on TV sometimes just doing stand up, but also Comedy Central was like, hey, we're looking for a Latino Dave Chappelle. So they were trying to do their Latino Chappelle show.
And Carlos Mencia won out. His name is really Ned, and then he changed it because Mitzi Shore told him to change it, right? Yeah.
According to Wikipedia, anyway.
According to Wikipedia. I believe that. I think I remember hearing that in a podcast too. Like back when the Marin, but that's the other thing is Carlos Mencia, infamous joke thief, called out by Joe Rogan, kind of helped launch Joe Rogan's second wave of his.
Yeah, so try not to make any good jokes on this podcast that are too good, or he'll take them.
Yeah, so also a victim of cancel culture, if you think about it.
Yeah, Joe Rogan invented cancel culture.
That's what he did.
Oh,
We had
no.
it
Hot
here.
take.
He knew not what he wrought.
Yeah.
Sometimes you build your biggest enemies. That's Joe Rogan.
Yeah. That'd be a fun question to ask Joe on his podcast. You get on there so are you a cancel culture guy or what's the deal? SJW?
Oh, yeah, finally getting on Joe Rogan to be like, we got him.
Yeah.
The other thing is watching this. You do hear people complaining about, everything's too politically correct. You can't joke about X, Y, or Z anymore nowadays. And look, there are some points to be made there, certainly. But if it's saving us from shows like Mind of Mencia.
Yeah, I would sacrifice a little bit of freedom for that safety.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it was just terrible.
Currently
Oh my
sitting
God.
pretty at 3.0 on IMDb, which is actually super low for a show that was very popular.
He was
It
huge.
was huge and a lot of fans. I was 13 when this came out. You couldn't talk to a 13-year-old boy for more than 10 minutes in 2013 without them going, "Do-do-do,"
Yeah.
which was his
Yeah.
catchphrase.
Yeah.
I was never a Mencia guy, not to brag, but it is that weird. He was just around everywhere and then I was the call out, and that just really he kind of fell off from there, and then he could just play to his direct fans.
It felt like that call out probably what killed him or whatever little fan base he had at the time.
It was a huge fan base.
Yeah.
He was giant. He and the thing is, it's interesting watching because he does have comedic chops. He has a lot of presence, and as far as his performance, when he's performing, it's a very strong performance.
Yeah.
He's just using it to say some of the worst things I've heard in a while.
I'm curious what his act is now, because the stuff that he was doing when this show was on absolutely would not be considered acceptable today. Venues would ban him for some of that stuff.
Yeah.
They wouldn't it wouldn't be Lenny Bruce. The cops aren't going to get called on him or anything, but they're just going to be like, yeah, you can't do your show here.
Yeah, this is just not. They're just this is not funny. What the hell is this?
You would be surprised where you still could do a lot of that act.
Oh yeah, no, there's comedy clubs that would have him because they don't care and they sell tickets.
Yeah.
But if he tries to do a theater,
they're
like, we have ballet here sometimes.
No, that doesn't matter either. Theaters just take your money.
It depends on the theater.
That's true.
Some theaters are doing quite well.
Yes.
And they don't want to lose their bookings with numerous people who would get mad if they heard his act.
That's fair. But I would say, also he's mostly doing the casino thing.
Yeah, that does make
Oh, it
sense.
must pay like crazy.
Yeah, exactly. And it's the thing of you can make a lot of money and you're really going off of like half name recognition that drunk people will be like, oh yeah, that guy.
Yeah.
That's really
What
all.
happened to him? Here's $10,000, and you're like, okay, well,
Yeah.
say whatever the hell I want
For
an hour.
$10,000, I'll let them all find out what happened.
Yeah, that's great.
And it's just him. I mean, yeah, in those kind of rooms, you probably still could do a lot of that stuff.
Definitely.
But I think, yeah, that's one of the main problems with the show. So he comes out, he does a monologue for like 10 minutes.
Well, here's his first joke. He says, because they're in this set, which looks a lot like the Chappelle Show set, but
Yeah.
there's like a fence surrounding the audience. And his first joke is, that fence is not for decoration. It's the one my parents jumped over to get into America. Which right away means that he told them to build a fence into his set to make that joke,
Yep.
rather than write a different joke.
Nope. He's like, let's get a fence set going.
Went to the writer's room, pitched it to everybody, and everybody was like, oh, fuck, genius! We need to put that on TV right now.
Let's add this to all our anti-Muslim jokes we're going to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it
oh
is
my
then
God.
10 minutes of anti-Muslim jokes.
Holy shit.
It is wild how much, because he does he does that one Mexican joke to be like, see, I make fun of everybody. And then just is
So-
Islamophobic.
So Islamophobic, the French would recoil. They would be like, oh my God, it's too far, buddy. You know?
I like that. That was a very specific reference. So yeah, and he just keeps talking about it. It's like he's like, yeah, you guys just got to get beaten like the rest of us. Like that's how you enter America. Is you come in, they tell you you ain't shit for a while, then you grow.
But he keeps saying that's what it was like for black people and Mexicans. But the thing about Carlos Mencia is famous for doing a lot of Mexican jokes, but he's not Mexican.
No.
He's Honduran.
Yeah, it gets confused for one all the time, though. That's it.
I think it's literally. I think that's like pushing up against like 2005. Even like people will be like, yeah, he's from South America. Who
It's
cares?
close enough, you know?
Yeah,
They don't really give a shit.
he doesn't even say Mexican. He says Beaner. It could be any of them.
Yeah, good
But
point.
it's like, if any of us just started doing jokes about like, I'm Canadian, it would be weird.
Yeah, true.
Yes.
It's just that weird.
I'm from fucking Miami. Of course I can make fun of fucking
also,
Canada.
here's
you know?
what I'm going to say is if I was in Brazil and I started doing jokes about Canada, it wouldn't matter if it was me or a different white guy from Canada. They wouldn't be able to tell.
That's true, too.
They'd be like, he's not speaking with a Canadian accent. They'd be like, oh, you know what a Canadian accent sounds like?
Yeah, they'd
Yeah.
shit on you. They were like, come on, man. This
Well,
is
not
fine.
me. I'm talking about like these Brazilians who are,
They might.
speaking. Imagine I'm having this
What if they
conversation in
love?
Portuguese.
What if they love Schitt's Creek?
They'll be like, well, yeah, then I'll know because they'll go, David.
Yeah.
And if it's them, I won't be doing my Canada jokes. We went somewhere very random.
Yeah. I never saw Schitt's Creek, so I'm like, oh, no.
It's Canadian.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, I know that.
Yeah.
But, like, from context, I figured that out, you know?
Yeah. Don't you know?
Yeah.
Okay, so he just kind of talks about how the Middle Easterners need to get beat in because like 9/11 happened. So like,
I am
welcome
just
to America.
so thankful this came out a month before Hurricane Katrina. Because if it had come out a month after, that's all the jokes would have been about.
we didn't watch episode 3.
I'm willing to bet it was all in the can
Oh yeah,
beforehand.
but if it had been like a week before, you'd be like, we got to do a new episode,
Yeah.
new start, new
Write
intro.
some. Come on.
This
They're going
is-
to want us to talk about it.
Yeah, they're just fucking waiting for it, you know?
Oh,
Like, oh, my
man.
God.
That did surprise me about the show is how like weirdly overtly political it was randomly.
It's weird. It's quote unquote political in that it makes fun of politics, but I don't really think it has a stance.
Sort of. It's like but its stances are very cookie cutter, easy handed stuff like racism is bad. Unless it's Carlos Mencia doing it.
Yeah.
And then it's fine.
He also had one thing I saw, I think on YouTube or something. It was like, he tried to get a license for his car, like a fucking, you know what the,
Novelty.
that's
like
it.
Vanity.
Obviously vanity play or whatever. And he was looking to say have one say the N word, and every single person at the DMV rejected him. And then he applied for one that said the S word, you know, against Hispanics, whatever.
Yeah.
And they accepted it.
Wow.
Yeah. So that was like the random, like every so often you punch one of those in, and you're like, okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Did someone let you say something in the writer's room? Who's like in charge of your show? Jesus Christ.
That just makes me think of my Dodge Durango that I had on.
Yeah.
Okay, you're going to actually have to cut that out.
Yeah, I would say for yourself.
For yourself. You need
Yourself?
Yeah,
do
yeah, we
not put that in the
definitely
can. Okay, yeah,
podcast.
Just-
But leave this moment right now where we're like, oh my God,
Just
David.
bleep it.
Yeah, that works better.
I'm uncomfortable.
Yeah, we're all
I've-
like, Jesus Christ, man.
I'm on the phone currently to a lawyer, and you're in trouble.
He's gonna get his name off the podcast as quickly as he can. You can't prove I was on this.
Durango, I thought was the funny word.
I think it's gonna be a fun bit for me to not say a single word for the rest of the episode, as if I've stormed off.
We just occasionally will open.
Oh wow, he left. Look at that. You know. Just-
We open the door and hold the microphone out. We just hear you vaguely talking on the phone.
No, you gotta send him to jail.
I'm the Lenny Bruce of my generation, much like Carlos Mencia thinks he is.
You Lenny Bruce thing.
He
What
was
are you being
so-
arrested for though? But you're being arrested for like pedophilia.
Can you imagine-
got
Oh,
arrested for,
Jesus.
like-
Oh, no. This is
that's
much
your
worse.
thing. Yeah.
Now I'm trying to imagine an REM song that mentions Carlos Mencia, like Lenny Bruce. I just can't picture it.
They've updated.
Yeah.
It's the end of the world. Did they do that once?
No, Fall Out Boy updated We Didn't Start the Fire, which is
Oh.
close enough. They're the same song.
Yeah, that's fair. They're just like, hey, here's all the stuff that happened. And-
Yep.
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay, so then they let up on the Middle Eastern jokes? They do not,
No.
because then we cut to
Well,
Chili's.
no, he does a bit that's like, we're going to bring over all of our businesses to the Middle East after the war.
Oh, yeah.
He makes a joke about Jared from Subway. I'm like, you don't know what you're doing, dude.
Yeah,
You
they're not.
have no clue what joke you're
Oh
making
man,
right
hindsight. Jesus
Yeah.
Christ, you know.
Yeah, that's so funny. Like the idea of like the Middle Easterns aren't gonna like Jared from Subway. It's like, yeah,
now.
probably
They're
not.
correct to not
Good
like
job.
Jared.
Yeah,
So many.
most of us don't.
Yeah.
I like to believe that Carlos Mencia knew, but was still Team Jared at the time.
It's an open Hollywood secret.
Yeah. So then they do a sketch that's it's a Chili's commercial, but everyone is Arabic,
Yep.
or Carlos Mencia in a turban.
Yeah.
Yeah, something else too.
But there's no joke. It's just them doing the Baby Back Ribs song.
Yeah. They don't even do that much of an accent,
yeah,
which I'm not like good, but it's already this show.
I get it.
Just like commit at that point to like it was worse watching a half-assed Chili's commercial.
Yeah,
It made me long for an actual Chili's commercial. That's how bad this show is.
I might get ribs.
Yeah, after
It's
this.
half of this. Yeah.
No, we're eating ribs on the pod.
Oh god.
But here's the thing: if you want to parody Arabs in some way,
Great, good start.
and you need to make some sort of business, why here's the three businesses he picks throughout: Chili's, Snickers, and Verizon to do like Arabic commercials for. It's not even an effective way to satirize terrorists
Yeah.
at that point.
It was just like, and they were like, look how funny they say these words. That was
Yeah.
a joke.
Essentially, it was just like, isn't it funny that it's the Middle East
Like,
with America products?
If
Yeah.
you want to do like an edgy version, like, because he wants to be edgy, right?
No, I think he can't help himself.
So why is the joke just then? Wouldn't it be funny if they ate at Chili's? It should be like a commercial for Home Depot, and they're like making a bomb with stuff they built at Home Depot or something.
Sure, yeah,
That's like an actual edgy thing to do, and I guess it makes sense for the angle he's trying to go to. But instead, it's just ribs.
yeah. Which we don't even know if they're. I guess we're assuming they're beef ribs.
I didn't think too much. I don't think they thought too much into it either. You know, I think it's just some asshole.
Yeah,
trying to get a
baby back
paycheck.
ribs, aren't they pork?
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't eat pork.
Yeah,
He
but
co-
again,
he
no one thought
committed-
that through.
He committed a hate crime with that sketch.
Yeah.
Wow, I didn't even think about that. Yeah, baby back ribs they're not eating ribs in the Middle East.
No, not at all. It seems like it wouldn't do well at all. Chili's.
Yeah, it's actually one of their
It
main
would do
things
worse
that they
than
have in
Jared.
common.
Yeah.
That's one of the things they have in common with the Jews. That's one of the few things.
Yeah, the pork thing. Yeah.
Jews, the one group he never brings up in this show. He doesn't. He brings
right.
up everyone else.
You're right. You're correct.
At least in the 2 episodes we watched. Carlos, it's not funny to him. They've suffered too much in Carlos's mind.
Do you know who? Also, white guys. He kind of left alone too.
Oh, he goes after
Cruise.
Tom Cruise.
What? Tom Cruise.
No, but that's gay guys.
That's gay guys. He didn't touch white guys at all.
In the next episode, he does like a Mormon fundamentalist sketch.
4 seasons. Oh,
Yeah.
season 2 episode. Like
No, the
season
fo-
1,
the
episode
four-
2,
The season
or
4,
season 4,
episode 1.
The one we watched.
Yeah, I'm sure he
Okay.
goes after white guys at some point, but it is weird that everybody else takes like hits constantly,
Just berating people.
just on the street,
Yeah.
everywhere.
He also did that that news thing I hated. I thought it was stupid as hell.
Oh,
That making fun of the news. He's like, look, this is the new. Look at what your local news is stupid.
With no insightful commentary.
No, not at all. He's just replaying
well,
it.
it's also he's just playing it, but it's like a scene of like an emu attack or like emus escape, like giant emus escaped.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh wow, it takes a lot of people to go after a bird. It's like emus are dinosaurs; they will fucking kill you.
They beat Australia. They'll beat you. Okay.
I would love to have seen him try to fight an emu, and then it ends after one episode when he dies.
Like an emu would fuck Carlos Mencia up.
Oh, we've
so
officially
great.
turned into Rogan. We're talking about what animals would beat up people.
Oh
This is now
no!
an
We're
episode of
attacking
Rogan.
Carlos Mencia.
And we're
Talking about animals, and I didn't even go. Will
Yeah.
fuck you up.
Yeah,
All right,
you
well,
did. This
what
is
animal do you
Rogan
think
now.
you could fight if you had to fight one?
Carlos Mencia.
Oh, Carlos, you would
I'd
fight
fight Carlos Mencia.
Nice, okay.
We try not to call him an animal. That's his job to call other races animals.
All humans are animals. Ergo, you can fight
Oh.
Carlos Mencia.
Okay.
There you go.
Good.
Okay,
That's a good-
okay,
okay,
yeah.
that's good
You turned
logic,
this
at
to
least.
an
Yeah.
actual point. Okay,
All right, hell yeah.
great. I'm glad we're going with the esoteric man is animal.
Yeah.
Most dangerous game of all.
Carlos Mencia.
You fuck him up, he's gonna put on another special. I think that's a dangerous.
So also it needs to be said, like 2005 is when he gets to the show. 2006 is when the stealing scandals start to pop up, and then 2007 is when Rogan calls him out.
Yeah.
It's on YouTube, like the YouTube video drops.
So
of it.
again, it seems like because I heard Robin Williams stole a lot too.
And then he was on this show.
Yeah,
He was passing the torch.
Yeah, he's like, this is how you steal effectively.
Here's some jokes I took, and they're yours now.
Here's what I'll say is Robin Williams strikes so much more as unintentional riffing.
But he did it all the time.
Was it-
Constantly.
What?
He stole a lot.
Yeah, that's well. I don't know. Like
I look. I don't condone joke thefts, but at least Robin Williams, you can tell, is an immense talent that maybe just didn't have an knack for writing.
right.
At least he used it
But also,
properly. If you're gonna
is he
steal
hiring-
good.
Is he
Yeah.
hiring writers? Like, why not just hire writers?
I'm
at that
pretty
point?
sure he probably did towards the end when he was doing like an HBO special in 2008.
Yeah.
He probably wasn't stealing then. Like at least the guy clearly could perform on stage
Well,
Yeah.
so
in a way
actually-
Carlos Mencia could not.
Definitely.
No, that's true. Robin Williams is like an insane talent
Yeah.
beyond most reproach.
Yeah, and then Carlos is just like in your face, like, "Oh, you didn't like that."
Yeah. Well, and also because
It really feels like bullying.
it is
this
bullying.
show,
yeah.
It is just bullying. It's
sure.
like I get to talk however I want to talk,
Yeah,
and nobody can tell me no.
definitely.
And I'm the biggest kid, and I can say whatever naughty words I want to say.
Oh God.
Yeah. But it is funny because that's like there are some modern comedians that sound like that.
Oh yeah, this is definitely the start of like heel culture comedy. You know.
Yeah. Oh, that's true. I didn't even think about that. Yeah. Carlos Mencia, founder of the heel culture. comedy.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, who cares if I stole? I do it better than you.
Yeah.
Like,
I
that
don't
was
give a
like
shit.
literally shit he would say. Like, it's
Yeah.
like, and to be fair, he is a great performer. Like, watching him on there, I was like, there's a reason people were laughing.
He's not a great performer in the sketches.
No, garbage in the sketches. He's not an
Terrible.
actor at
Awful
all.
actor, just the worst.
He can't.
There's a great movie you should. Well, actually, no, it's not a great movie. It's a bad movie, but it's great for one reason, and it's like I can't remember what it's called. So Carlos Mencia's daughter is marrying Forrest Whitaker's son in this movie.
Oh my God.
Oh.
So you can see Forrest Whitaker in scenes with Carlos Mencia absolutely blowing him out of the water. It is an insane comparison. Because Forrest Whitaker, one of the best of his generation, and then Carlos Mencia, I feel like has cue cards. It's crazy.
Our Family Wedding, a
Yes.
2020 film.
Yeah.
Oh,
2020?
Is it
Oh, it's-
2020 or
No
2010?
way. This
No,
would have been
hold
like
on.
2010.
2010. Sorry,
Yeah.
2010.
okay. I was
Oh my
like, this is a
God.
recent film.
15% of Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah, he's from Honduras.
Jesus Christ.
It is truly like watching like an NBA player play against a toddler. Every time they share a scene.
Oh, I would. Yeah, I'm gonna watch that at some point. Yeah, that's gonna happen. Oh, I need to.
Yeah, at least watch the clips, see what's up.
I'm just gonna fast forward to the Forrest Whitaker scenes for sure.
Yeah,
I'm not
yeah.
gonna I'm not gonna enjoy. That'd be funny if Forrest Whitaker just be like, no, watch the whole movie.
Because like
Very-
Forrest Whitaker will have like serious discussion about watching his kid grow up. And you can tell there's like real emotion behind it for him. And then Carlos Mencia will just come and go, "Ah, bleh."
That's been his whole career,
Yeah.
He's still on that
Holmes.
for a while.
Yeah.
Essay. Yeah, he'll drop an essay at the end.
So then, yeah, he goes. Where does he go next? It's the next sketch or the first sketch. We did the baby back ribs.
Baby back ribs. What was after that?
And then
Peter Boyle comes in to read a quote unquote fan letter.
Yeah. That is
it's just rude.
First episode. Pilot. So
yeah, so he's already got a huge amount of fans that write letters.
Yeah.
And it's also just like it's like that weird thing of like the inconsistent character of the narrator of someone who's like it's like a fake woke person who is also using like
slurs.
Slurs and stuff.
Yeah.
And
Slurs that
everything.
we got mad at you for saying earlier.
Yeah.
This really
So I
is
thought it was
Rogan.
okay. I saw Mencia do it.
Well, yeah, Mencia can do it. So can I.
I mean, he's not Mexican and he says it, so
It's counting out to make sure it was enough letters. That's the
Yeah.
tough one.
Oh, fuck.
So yeah, he was just like saying. So it's this inconsistent narrator in that, but also it was funny to watch Peter Boyle be like shitty.
yeah, you know, he got paid.
Yep. It's like, all right, great.
You know, he was not their first choice.
No, they're like,
I'm
who
curious-
can we get?
You know, they wanted Forrest Whitaker. It was always Carlos Mencia's dream to work opposite Forrest Whitaker. And
Peter Boyle was the one that returned their calls. He's like, yeah, I'll do it.
Yeah.
But whatever. I need the check. You know?
Yeah, Peter
Retiring
Boyle seemed
soon.
excited to read the slurs. Actually, It was not-
Yeah. If anything, he wrote that wasn't even written in. He
Yeah,
wrote those
he
in
added
himself.
them.
Yeah, he ad
And
libbed the whole
Mencia
thing.
loved it, so he
He's
was
like, oh, perfect. This is
keep
good.
it.
that's true. Every time there was like a Latin slur, they would cut to Carlos Mencia laughing, just so you know,
Howling.
like it's cool that Peter Boyle said
This
it.
isn't racist. Look.
Yeah,
One of
Mencia
you was
asked him to
laughing.
do
Yeah.
this.
So then they get through that letter, and then we're treated to another terrorist commercial.
Yep.
What was that
For
one again?
Snickers.
Yeah.
Snickers.
Shame they didn't have "You're not yourself when you're angry" or when you're hungry yet.
Yeah, and then it's the sketch where he's like,
Immigrant crossing.
"Look at these immigrant crossing signs.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
pretty messed up, right?"
Yeah. It's like, so who's on this sign? And people are like, well, it's hard to say what race they are.
And that goes on for about 30 minutes.
yeah.
It feels like it takes forever.
It seems like he was trying to make a valid political point. It didn't really hit, you know?
Yeah.
The only
Guys,
thing...
it's so racist that California puts up these signs so that people don't get hit by cars.
Yeah.
Can you believe it?
But like
Bullshit!
implying that they're Mexican or that they won't. But I think it's not even. He's not even mad that they're implying that they're Mexican. He's mad that they're that they won't admit that they're implying that they're Mexican.
But they have a point because other people from other countries do go to Mexico and then cross the border there.
And there's also people crossing the border all the time, so it's like just look out.
Yeah.
Just watch out, you know?
The
Right.
sign is just to help people. Why are you
But
mad
that's
at it?
that's what I'm saying. He's mad that they won't admit that it's for Mexicans.
But it's like it's not even for Mexicans.
But
it's
that's what
for anybody
But
coming
that's
over
what
the
he's
border.
mad at still. Yeah, he's just mad at it. And then he gets the guy to what's it called? He's like they do the fake out for it where you find out it's been a sketch the whole time where it's
Yeah.
like he's like, all right, we turn the cameras off. So who's it really for? And he's
Don't
like,
you say it. Don't you say
Yeah,
it.
come on. I know,
Do
David,
not
you want to say it so bad.
That's all what
Jesus
we've learned,
Christ, man,
David.
come on.
on.
He's looking
Don't.
for any excuse.
It's disgusting, dude.
clowns.
All right.
Yeah, that's
That's the next episode.
Definitely.
Yeah. Oh my God.
it's an
Yeah.
anagram.
Yeah. And then he does those news clips with the emus, and then Bush giving the finger.
No, there's one more terrorist sketch.
Oh yeah.
Or
For
we'll just like
Verizon.
Yeah.
With a big Z or something.
He
It was
does
like-
the "Can you hear me now" guy, but speaking Arabic in
Yeah.
like a war zone.
Arguably not. Like, what was so funny about that? Even at the time, it's like, was that funny? Is that
It's just recognizing it, and then also I do think like especially I'm not gonna.
commercial?
Well, we're not gonna. I don't need to talk about current events right now, but like, there has been a large developing of consciousness towards the Middle East. I would say in the past year, in terms of like oh, what's really going on over there? Like the past like couple years, I would say, and there was just a period after 9/11 where we were like where people were just like Durka jihad was just the joke.
Oh yeah.
That was the joke.
Yeah, true.
And it's like, so there is that level of like, there might be a thing where it was like for a large amount of people, in a lowest common denominator way. It's like, this commercial, you think they talk funny, ta-da, we did it.
But then that ends and they come back from commercial break. And this is his pilot, by the way.
Yeah.
And it feels like they don't have enough time. For the rest of the episode, it feels like he's just filling time. Like they had 17 minutes written. And he was like, oh no.
Yeah.
Because then they just pull up pictures of celebrity and he goes,
Oh yeah.
oh man, Britney Spears, she's dumb. Am I right? And people go, yeah.
It's just they go through a roast set of like a bunch of women. It's just a bunch of women.
There's Tom Cruise, Saddam Hussein, and Michael Jackson as well.
Okay.
And in the middle of it, Peter Boyle shows up to be like, you still suck.
Yeah.
But it's like he could have gone after some other. There were other male celebrities at the time. They could have.
Well, it's also if you're gonna be like we're this political show that goes there sometimes.
Why aren't you going there?
Then go there.
Yeah.
Don't just like call Paris Hilton a dumb slut.
Yeah.
Like that's fun. Like
Who
Again,
hasn't?
It feels like he didn't think this bit through.
No.
It really feels last minute.
Definitely.
Because like if they had time to think about it, they wouldn't have been reaching back to be like, man, Courtney Love is on drugs. It's 2005. We've stopped doing those jokes for at least 7 years.
Yeah.
She's
Yeah.
not in the public eye anymore.
Kurt Cobain killed himself. We stopped talking about Courtney Love so
Yeah.
much.
And then that wraps up, and he just kind of looks around for a second, and then he's like, "News? What's in the news?" And then they pull up news clips of emus, and they're like, "Oh, big birds, am I right?"
Yeah.
And
I can't believe it took 4 people to catch a bird.
yeah, that really feels improvised.
Yeah. This is stupid.
Because he'll say something, they won't even pause the clip. He'll just keep
No,
talking,
he's just talking
over the clip.
clip
Sorry.
with the news reporter talking. And
And then
then
he watched that in the green room that day. He's like, "No, we need to shit on this.
Yeah.
This is what it is."
Or the other possibility is that they had an actual sketch that Comedy Central was like, "You cannot air that,"
oh, that
That's
might be
possible,
it.
yeah.
and they had
Yeah.
to fill 5 minutes.
That I believe probably is more likely.
Yeah.
For sure.
Which,
yeah.
considering what they were put on Comedy Central in 2005, must have been a doozy of a sketch.
Yeah, it's just sexual assault. It was
Probably.
just it was just no, they would have put that on Comedy Central in 2005. Never mind.
The rape song.
Jesus,
That's
yeah.
what they call it,
Exactly. It's just
All I can think is that he might have done blackface. That might have been where their line was.
No, they would have aired that for sure. They didn't care.
2005? Yeah.
Maybe he drew
You can
Mohammed.
let-
Oh, he might have drawn Mohammed. And they might have been like, no, because by that point, they had been threatened when South Park had Mohammed.
But
Yeah.
When was that? When was that?
That was a few years before this.
Okay.
And they had to cut him out. They had to cut Mohammed out of future airings because they legitimately had like bomb threats against their offices. And the whole episode is themed around like, I'm Carlos Mencia, I hate Muslims. It totally would make sense for them
Yeah.
to put one
yeah, I could
where they
totally see
depict
that.
Mohammed. And
Definitely. Next
But
to a
instead-
picture of Jesus or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, like back and forth.
And then the episode just ends with him pulling up a clip of George Bush flipping everyone off.
It's so much worse than that though, because what it actually ends with is him going, see, they're showing you these emu thing on the news. They're not showing you the real news. Like this.
Yeah.
of a clip from several years before.
A clip from several years before of George Bush giving the finger very briefly for a screen test as
Yeah.
a joke.
Yeah.
And,
And his only comment on this is, we elected him twice. And the
yeah.
crowd goes wild.
Yeah.
Yeah. It is.
For the people listening at home, too young for this, George Bush was the president for a while. Just throwing it out there, in case you're curious.
He was a bad guy, but now he draws, so he's
Yes,
okay.
Yeah.
People love him.
War criminal. Anyway, okay.
I might argue he was less harmful to the world than Carlos Mencia.
I mean, no, Carlos bombs less than George Bush did.
Doo-doo-ts.
Okay.
So that's the pilot.
That's the pilot. Oh my god.
And they were like, "This is gold. Let's keep digging. We're going for it."
In fairness, they weren't wrong. It was a big hit. People
Yeah.
loved it.
yeah.
They got 4 seasons of this.
And they only stopped because Carlos was like, I think we've perfected it. We can't go any further.
Yeah, we're just going to start retreading the same material.
But also, like, he couldn't have existed in the Obama era.
No.
Yeah.
Also, like, I think that's the
Maybe that's why he quit. He's like, Obama's president. I'm out.
Yeah.
This is it.
We've solved racism. I fixed it.
Yeah.
This is Carlos Mencia when Obama gets elected. I like to think I had a hand in making this a post-racist society.
Like pointing out how every race is different as much as I could. Hey guys, if you're new to the podcast, check us out on Spotify and everything. Rate, review, and subscribe to it. Tell your friends about it. And here are some plugs from people here. Where could they find you, Daniel?
I'm on social media very rarely at Daniel F. Crow. More importantly, Carlos Mencia is on tour now. Go see him.
Go see him. Yes, go see him. Okay, and
You
Daniel.
can find me at Instagram, Daniel_J_Perafan.
Perfect. Anything else you want them to check out?
Yeah, you just check out just the
Yeah, all of those
Yeah.
things. Okay, and you can follow me at DPIC Comedy on Instagram, TikTok, Lit Grandma 69, and Goblin King Comedy Special. I said another like 10,000 views on it, so go check it out.
You can find David on most dating apps as well. He's out of control.
I'm only on Field.
He's only on Field.
He's also
Big
a
news.
registered sex offender.
Hey.
Jesus. Yeah, so the second episode,
The highest rated episode.
Season
4, episode 1.
And you said it was what, like 3 stars on IMDb? That's
the
highest
show
rated?
is 3 stars overall, but the highest rated episode was given an 8.
Yeah.
Because usually all sorts of people will rate the show, but then fans will rate episode by episode.
Yeah.
So
it's kind of the idea of like, you know, when you tell someone to like watch a show,
Yeah.
you're like, no, you got to watch this episode. This is like,
yeah,
this is
same
the good
shit.
one.
Yeah.
So that's what we're doing.
we're trying to give bad
right.
shows, a fair chance by seeing their best episodes.
Yeah. Well.
And I'll say this, don't see any difference.
Yeah.
Maybe a slightly higher production budget,
I would say,
Oh yeah. Yeah. That's it.
I would say Carlos is more comfortable.
but the audience is more uncomfortable.
Yeah, that's true.
The opening, like Mind of Mencia, they have 3D graphics and it's like opening his head up and there's like wires and shit. And you're like, ooh, that's his dangerous mind. It's edgy.
But also, isn't that Bob and Dave? Didn't they have that? Also, a lot of people have had that. Never mind.
yeah. So it's like
So
even the opening is still like repetitive.
yeah, well, and so this is post stealing scandal.
Yeah.
So like everything is like very public and out in the open now, and like if you're a fan of Mencia, you know about this probably.
Probably, yeah.
It was like in the news.
Yeah,
Yeah.
got around.
And so then, like,
Well, the first sketch.
what does he open with? Yeah, so the first sketch.
The first sketch
Yeah,
is,
you're right.
It's a parody of the show Cheaters, which if you're too young to remember, Cheaters was it was a show where someone would be like, I think my girlfriend or boyfriend or wife or whatever is cheating on me, and then they would send private investigators out to follow them, and then you would confront them and be like, why, what's going on? And they actually get the host of Cheaters in this sketch, a man named Joey Greco.
Yeah, what else was he doing?
Well, I would like to say this. At one point on an episode of Cheaters, Joey Greco was actually stabbed when they confronted a man.
Holy shit.
And I think this may have been more harmful to him being in this sketch.
Just to point
You
out,
really, every time you're just like, a terrible thing happens to this person, and yet worse.
Is being in the room with Carlos Mencia.
Oh, 05 was when YouTube came out, and 08 was when this like episode came out, right?
Yeah.
Right. So I think that's when Joe Rogan thing
Was
got on
07.
YouTube. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it got on YouTube. That's where I saw it.
So yeah. So it was on YouTube, so like you could watch it, like everyone could see it,
Yeah.
and it was a relatively big clip for
Yeah.
YouTube at the time.
Yeah.
And then, so he does the first sketch he does
Where
is
he's
Cheaters.
a Mormon fundamentalist.
Yeah,
And then they go to
in
confront.
whiteface.
Yes. But it's not like
It's powder.
yeah, when Chappelle did it, there was actual makeup
Yeah.
and all of that. Carlos Mencia seems to have eaten a donut. That's the level
Yeah.
of whiteface he has done.
It is it's tasteful. It's a tasteful
I
amount of white
suppose so.
face.
You watch it and you're like, this isn't that bad. You know, it's
Yeah.
a hold up for another 20
Well,
years.
hold on. Let's see how it goes from
Because
there.
then they meet his girlfriend who's been cheating on him, and
They've been dating for 6 years.
yeah, and she's like 8
Yeah, and she's in the park with a
with
nice
a little
young
boy,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. On a swing set or whatever.
and then they find out that he's also her dad, and then the sketch ends, and
Oh,
then
yeah.
Mind of Mencia.
People laugh. We heard
Can
the
you
laughter from the
believe
studio.
they would let me air this and not let me air that one where I showed Mohammed?
Yeah. So pissed.
So then the first sketch of this, or the like,
Well, he does like 10 minutes of stand up at the top,
yeah, he is
Yeah.
talks for. I think it's a
Yeah.
little short. I think it's like 6 this time.
but then he stops doing his stand up and he just says something unrelated. He's like, "I'm not excited for the new Indiana Jones movie," out of nowhere.
I think he mentioned movies,
Yeah.
and then he's like talking about how it's higher. Indiana Jones, when you think about it, is just a guy who steals, and we're like,
Is he going to address it?
is he gonna go for it?
The answer is no.
Not even a little bit.
He just
Doesn't even try, really.
no. He just shows a sketch where it's like, what if a guy who was stealing from a liquor store was Indiana Jones?
Yeah.
And then they pretty much parodied the first movie in a liquor
Yeah.
store. And he just steals a 40 and a fat lady rolls
at
around.
him like a
Yeah.
boulder, and the other guy throws. What was he throwing at him?
Just like peanuts.
Was it nuts? No, that was like because it made the dart noise.
Yeah, but it
Yeah.
was still just peanuts. It was
Okay, was it peanuts? Okay. Yeah. So and then he gets away with the 40.
The
he stole.
holy ale.
Yeah.
The holy ale.
I think it
Oh.
was Indiana Holmes or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah.
Which, look, I don't have a better pun, but I think you give me 20 minutes, I'll have a better line for you.
Yeah.
That's how much we got left of the podcast, buddy.
Great.
I just feel like any of us could have done a better fucking opening
Well,
sketch.
it's also it's a bad. It's like poorly shot. Like it looks bad, and I get that they're trying to but if the
We also, I
premise,
would like to note that it looks bad. We're watching in a very, dated, pirated copy in 360p or
That's
whatever.
fair.
no,
And but I also bring up that we watched a pirated copy because I think it's moral to steal from Carlos Mencia. I'm stating that on the record right now. Most
You
other
can-
shows like buy it on Amazon or whatever, but Carlos, you reap what you sow, buddy.
Yeah.
oh, we're gonna steal your jokes
Yeah.
and enjoy them somewhat. We tried.
We tried.
We
Just
really,
coming at him. We need to take this guy down a peg. You know?
yeah. No more famous comedian has done that.
Do you think he still gets up at the Comedy Store, or is that something that doesn't happen?
Probably
anymore?
not the store.
Yeah.
No, for sure not the store. But I'm sure
You
he's.
might now that all those other guys moved to Austin.
Oh, maybe. Yeah,
Calls
like
him
they
up,
sneak him
"Get
back
on over
in.
here. Yeah.
Yeah.
Carlos, you're not gonna believe it. All your enemies moved to Austin.
Don't go to Austin.
Oh man, you would totally have a joke about. Now, they're moving closer to the border, man. That's crazy.
They're gonna steal his
Yeah,
material
yeah.
about Mexicans.
So then, the Indiana Jones sketch happens.
Yeah, which I can't believe they didn't address it. It's so ballsy to just be like if I got caught like having sex with someone I wasn't supposed to or something like.
Oh, so you're implying you have done it. You just haven't gotten caught
Wait,
yet.
I have a better pun.
Oh, go ahead.
Raiders of the Walmart.
there you go.
You
Yeah,
can steal
nice.
alcohol from one.
great.
Yeah.
Yeah, there it is.
All right. Thank you.
And also, my biggest problem with the sketch in general was that he's like Indiana Jones is just a guy who steals things, but his production values are so high.
He is a professor. He's not simply a man that steals things. He's a professor of archaeology.
Oh, so he's a professional thief.
Yeah.
I like that, you know?
But also, but if you're going to say that the only reason Indiana Jones is cool is because the high production values, that you can't use the shittiest production values of all time
Yeah.
to make a bolder woman.
So, from an article from 2023, right, from December,
Yeah.
Ari Spears says Joe Rogan single-handedly destroyed Carlos Mencia's career.
Yeah,
Oh, fuck.
for sure.
Jesus Christ. I was just trying to look up his next tour.
We should have booked Joe Rogan as a guest for this.
Oh, fuck. Look,
He
so
could have told
he's-
us how many of us it would have taken to fight an emu.
he apparently is in Bellflower, California, all through March, and Arlington, Virginia.
Oh, guys,
He's
are we
getting
making a little
around.
trip?
Yeah.
Where's he playing in Arlington?
I have no idea.
He's playing the cemetery.
Yeah. Oh, the Arlington Cinema and Draft House.
He's playing the Draft House.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's so funny. That's like a place.
That's still like in the big theater. It's like a 300-seater or whatever.
It's a nice place, but it's also a place where like a lot of like comedy, like you need one TV credit to play there.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. He's not. Because look, he's in Bellflower, California. And he's performing at a place called the Stand Up Comedy Club.
Yeah.
That's this weekend.
That's like he made up dates to put on his website. Just so it looks like he's doing stuff.
he's stealing other people's
Shit.
dates.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Okay, and then they go to the next sketch, Alzheimer cop,
Oh God.
because
Yeah.
things are too PC now, and they're letting a cop with Alzheimer's stay on the force.
Which he has no real
Right.
evidence. That wasn't like a popular story,
He shows a news
but
article.
it's clearly a fake news article
Yeah,
Doctor.
it says city plans to cut budget.
from like the Illinois Tribune or something.
Yeah. I'm gonna Google cop with Alzheimer's.
And
'cause-
that never there was no national outrage or anything. He was just
Yeah.
kind of fucking digging for something. And then in that sketch, that cop shoots somebody twice. 2 different guys he just shoots, and you're like, okay, well,
For a minute, you're like, is he making a point about police brutality? And you're like, oh no, he's not.
yeah,
Not nuanced in the slightest. He's just like, wouldn't it be funny if a cop forgot?
yeah, and just shoot people, pow.
So there's no police with Alzheimer's. That's not real.
It's not
Just made it up.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, but it's so weird because you could find a real survey of a blind cop probably or something,
Definitely.
and like if you're Carlos Mencia, that's enough of a disability to make fun of.
Yeah, if I'm Carlos Mencia, I'm not going to do one about a blind cop. What
No,
I'm
but you don't
gonna
do it about.
Is about a blind KKK member because it's never been done before. Certainly not on a show that Comedy Central considered you the heir apparent to.
Perfect.
Well, so that's the thing. It's like if you could do something like having a blind cop and then be like, "What's next? A cop with Alzheimer's? Do your dumb sketch."
Yeah.
Like you don't need to get me going and get me in the place where I'm like, "Well, that's not real.
Yeah.
That didn't happen at all."
Who do you think pitched that in the writers? Just like someone's like, it'd be funny if a cop had Alzheimer's, and just they were like, yeah, let's go with it.
He's like, "You've struck gold."
Yeah.
In fact, I came up with that.
Yeah, that was a good idea I had.
You better act like you had Alzheimer's and forget you had that idea.
Yeah.
I'm
You know who
curious-
I am?
I'm curious if he remembers that he did that sketch.
Do I know who I am?
Yeah. I'm about to email him like, hey, can I get a spot on your show? Is that okay? Sorry, suckers. I'm living it up now. And then this podcast comes out and ruins that whole Carlos Mencia gravy train. Fuck.
That would really make us Joe Rogan if we ruined your career.
Yeah.
single-handedly.
Me shitting on him.
Yeah,
Hey, boss, no.
we brought you on this podcast to bring up allegations that you stole from Carlos Mencia.
No. But I am a Guatemalan. You don't believe me? No me gusta.
Yep, just 2 white guys take it down with a podcast, taking down a Latino.
Finally.
Okay, and then so yeah, let's get Alzheimer's cop boring, frankly. It's like, do you know why I pulled you over? Do I know why I pulled you over?
Yeah.
That's but that's I bet you that's how the sketch happened. It's like, do you know like what was the cop forgot why he pulled you? Do you know why he pulled me over? No, do you? That would
That's
be
funnier if it's
Yeah.
not Alzheimer's related, actually.
yeah, if it's just a dumb cop.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm already more on
And then he was
board.
just scratching. He did the cliche scratch your head with a gun thing. That's always been done to death. You know, it's a Simpsons joke, I think, with Wiggum.
Yeah,
Constantly,
probably.
yeah,
Yeah,
scratching
that
your
would
head
be.
with a gun.
That's yeah. So took that.
Took
no,
that,
there's a lot
yeah,
of lowest
oh,
common
fuck.
denominator.
Yeah,
It's-
definitely.
also, he's not stealing a lot of these. It's just he's doing the most base hacky jokes,
Definitely.
which a lot of people have done.
I would believe he took a joke book and made a show around it.
That is what he did in real life.
He was doing joke book jokes?
When he first started, he took a joke book
What?
and took. I swear to God, he'll say it. It's on like that Marin podcast. He
fuck.
literally, that was how he started doing comedy. Is he's all persona, which is strong, which is why it worked, because people like that like weird fake tough guy act.
Yeah.
Because that's like a very insecure man. You could see it on his eyes. He's like so close to crying at any point.
Yeah.
He's very sensitive. Why are we making fun of this sad man? No, he's so sensitive. But like you see it in there, and it's
Anyone
like,
that's been on TV, even remotely in the last 25 years, is open
no,
to
that's not true.
attacks.
Wait, I've been on TV.
Oh,
Peacock.
Oh, I mean, he had it
No,
was
no,
a
no,
show
yeah.
about him.
Oh yeah. That's
so it's
true.
like
yeah,
I think
yeah.
like we can make fun of him.
No, mine was for Kevin Hart's Road Comics. That does not count.
Oh fuck, does that count? Did you get paid?
Yeah, I got paid.
How much?
I
Wanna
don't
say?
fucking no.
Joey, just say a
Okay,
number
that's fair.
and bleep it out. But like make it sound like a really long number.
Yeah.
There's a real long bleep and
Yeah.
people are like, what?
And they were like, "Whoa!" And the
It's
audience
weird.
is
In the
no,
middle of
it's-
it, I just say a slur again.
Oh my god! Any excuse, David.
Come on.
Well, when I made all that money off of say whatever I want.
Yeah.
What's the next sketch?
Yeah.
Oh, this one.
Darfur one.
Here's
Oh,
the thing. Here's the thing is,
no.
before we get to that one, because we should close with that one.
Yeah.
There's a cockfighting cartoon that's like the closest I've ever seen to like Carlos Mencia showing some form of vulnerability
Yeah.
was him being like, "My dad took me to a cockfighting match, and it was terrifying and very sad,
And then I ate chicken afterwards.
and I didn't get the irony."
Yeah.
That's the whole sketch.
Yeah.
It's an animated. You watch two chickens fight each other.
What are you trying? Are you trying to like say it's if you don't watch chickens killing each other, you're a hypocrite because you're eating chicken. That's what he was saying.
I think so. Yeah, like he is very much like on this like weird thing of like if everybody's as bad as me, so how bad do you want to make me?
Yeah, true.
Because I'll bring you all to my level of
Yeah.
like I'll decide what's morally okay.
I'm not a hypocrite. I'm just a joke thief. But you guys lie to yourself every day.
Every day you
Carlos
eat chicken.
Mencia.
You can't. Yeah, just because we're raising chickens to fight each other for sport and you're eating them.
Same shit. Also, he's not even doing it.
Yeah,
It's not like he owns a fucking
He
a
just-
cockfighting
He
ring.
just showed up to one.
Yeah, he just went to one.
as a child and
His-
didn't enjoy it.
Yeah, I can see why you were traumatized by your fucking dad. Holy shit, that's weird.
I wonder if he just told that as a sad story in the room.
He probably just lied about it. It's
like,
all
"Do you-"
made up.
Probably.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not a hard story.
When he was on
to
set
tell.
with when he was on set with Forrest Whitaker and they needed him to show emotion and they're like, "Can you draw like on a sad thing from your past?" That was what he thought of.
Thought about his show getting canceled.
Yeah. No, he canceled it himself. You don't understand.
Yeah, he definitely canceled it himself, and
How-
definitely wasn't the year after his joke thief allegations. Came out.
Also, at like South Park, a show on the same network eviscerated him.
Yeah.
A
Yeah.
more popular show.
That's true.
The gay fish thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, and then we got the big sketch of the show. It's a circus in Darfur.
It's not even in poor taste. It's like he has COVID and has no taste anymore. It's beyond poor taste.
It was offensive for the day. You know, like it was.
They
it was
were
one
in the
those things-
middle of a genocide when he did this
Yeah.
sketch. Mid genocide.
Nobody said it's not funny. Like they were all like, "Yeah, go for it."
Get him.
Puppets with no hand.
Yeah, so
No arms.
he's a clown that runs a children's show out of a hut in Darfur.
Yeah.
And then there's a little kid that lost his arms. He's a puppet. There's another kid that's a refugee that makes shoes.
Yeah. A bowl of diarrhea.
Bowl of diarrhea.
There's
Mono?
dysentery. It's dysentery.
Dysentery.
Diz.
Yeah.
A shoe.
A shoe that the kid makes.
Just like it also really tried to copy. It copied two people. It copied Eddie Murphy on SNL, his like Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood thing. He copied him trying to do the same with the clown, and he copied Chappelle's STD puppet thing.
There may have also been a little influence from at the time Wonder Chosen was on.
Oh yeah, that's a very Wonder
But like
Chosen
Wonder
stuff.
Chosen, it's a miracle their stuff worked.
Yeah,
Their
that,
stuff was equally like towing the line, but they pulled it off, unlike this.
well, because they were actually going for the gut.
Yeah.
Like at the end of the day, it's like if you listen to what Carlos Mencia is saying, he's like, black people steal, but
Yeah.
also not. And you're like, is that the point you want to make right now? Is
Yeah.
that really what you're trying to say?
Yeah.
Muslims blow people up?
These
Is
people are
that-
different than you.
yeah, he has no joke here other than, isn't it funny that there are child soldiers and pregnant teenagers in Darfur?
Yeah.
Not really.
He's just showing you the tragedy and expecting you to laugh, and it's like the joke is that you're doing it.
He's also definitely dressed like a clown, so he didn't have to do blackface in this sketch.
They cut that out too.
Yeah.
So he's doing it's Mr. Rogers as a clown walking around. There's what's the limbless guy's name? Gimpy? Was it Gimpy?
Oh my god.
No, he's half pint.
Half pint. Pretty bad.
Yeah.
He said, "I'm stumped," and then the puppets laughed.
And then
Yeah.
he got shot.
Yeah, they shot that puppet twice.
Yeah,
He has
fuck.
no arms, but he's super excited about still having feet.
Jesus Christ!
But one of his, he stepped through a nail and it's gangrenous.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That was terrifying.
It was pretty bad.
Here's what I will say. I think this does speak to like Carlos Mencia's general worldview point, which is America is great, and if
And
you don't like
nothing else.
it, get fucked.
Yeah.
Like,
Mega,
you.
Mencia, America great again.
Yeah. Yo, you know when Trump got elected, he was like, maybe I can get my show back.
Yeah,
Like,
definitely.
people
Oh my
will like
God.
this again.
Honestly, there are parts of TikTok that he would do very well on,
Oh, yeah.
and that's upsetting. But
Well, he's still touring, so people are buying tickets.
yeah, well, and then the other viewpoint he has though is like it's a ruthless survival instinct. I would say is like the best way I can put it. It's like I need to win because I have to survive.
I think he has zero self-reflection, and you're giving him too much credit.
No, but I'm saying like even the way he's talking about stuff, it's like he doesn't even think about. It's not even like I need to win. So if I can take this thing will help me win, then I'll take it.
This guy apparently he stole from not just Joe Rogan.
No, he
What's
didn't
his
steal
face?
from Rogan.
No, he stole from.
Well, he stole from Ari Shaffir, but then also it was like Steve Trevino.
No,
I think he was one of
famous
his writers, though,
Mexican
on the
comics.
show.
Well, yeah, he was, but he had these people in like kind of like pimp like relationships where it's like they were completely dependent on him, and then he would just steal their material and
Definitely.
stuff that he liked.
Who's the guy that was a big George Lopez?
Yeah, George Lopez.
Supposedly George Lopez punched him in the fucking face or some shit like that
Damn,
for stealing from him because George
Hell yeah.
Lopez is a real motherfucker.
George Lopez is real as shit.
Yeah.
It's gonna be hard to go after his shows, but we will.
Yeah,
Not all of them. Some of
No.
them are decent.
of course.
I haven't seen Lopez v. Lopez yet.
I can't imagine it did well. It probably got canceled.
Everybody's doing. It's this trend going on right now where famous celebrity people are trying to get their kids into the mix,
Yeah.
and get them their SAG cards and get them shows.
Yeah.
And so like Rob Lowe did it with his kid, to just get him like attach up, be like, hey, look, here's my guy.
Yeah, this is Nepos.
Yeah, so there are several shows that have kind of done that because you get a big name attached and a kid, so that's usually a pretty winning.
Gross.
Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and say that it did not improve on its highest rated episode.
I think it got worse.
No.
I think it got worse. Yeah,
Much
I think
worse.
more.
he went to his head. The success.
Yeah,
He was like, I'm untouchable.
I can make fun of Darfur and have a talking gun shoot a child in the chest twice. Also, yeah,
I don't want to say it's impossible to make fun of the situation at that point, but you need to be a way more skilled comedy writer than Carlos Mencia.
Yeah.
yeah, you need to have a point of view
Yeah.
about it other than it's bad.
What are you saying here? Yeah. What were you?
Nothing. He's not saying anything.
Exactly.
He's just showing us tragedies and hoping we laugh.
Yeah, he just had cracking up.
God, actually, if Carlos Mencia is secretly like a super nihilistic, impossibly good comic,
Oh my god.
that it's like the joke is.
He's gonna pull a Krusty the Clown and come back with just edgy fucking comic, just crushing it.
Yeah, it just comes out as like the next Bill Hicks.
Yeah.
Who saw this turn coming from Mencia?
Yeah.
Well, if he wanted to steal from Bill Hicks, he could just do Dennis Leary's act. Okay, anyway.
Nice.
We know about that one?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know, as we're just like airing weird, dirty laundry.
Yeah.
Oh no, I'll never be able to work for Rescue Me.
He has a production company too, but
That's true. You're right. I shouldn't shit on him.
He's gonna buy this podcast out just to fire you off it.
That would be so funny. I would love that spite.
We would still end up with money.
Yeah.
Please rain that spite down on me. Okay, yeah, it did not get better. Daniel, how would you improve the show?
All right, so Chappelle's show ends.
Yeah.
Comedy Central says we need a new one. Let's make a Latin Chappelle show. Okay. Do you know who was not gone into hiding? The writing staff of Chappelle's show. So you probably still have them under contract. They have success. Keep them. I'm sure Carlos Mencia can deliver their jokes.
Although,
Yeah.
here's the thing is, and that you don't use, they wouldn't work with Carlos Mencia.
Especially Paul
Yeah.
Mooney. No way Paul Mooney would want to work.
That's
with
what I'm
that guy.
saying.
Yeah.
Oh, Bill Burr?
It's like you're giving me an extreme
Kevin
hypothetical
Nealon.
for how I would improve the show.
No, but
That's a
I'm
good
saying
point.
like, but I agree with you. I think that's a great idea. You could just keep the writers of the Chappelle show.
Yeah.
Yeah. For I guess you have to keep Carlos Mencia. That's true. I forgot.
They're like debating. Do we need him? Is that?
That was my thought. I was like, but honestly,
they can figure out a way to make it work.
I would say though, you make a better show by just keeping the Chappelle show writers and then just hiring a different Latino artist who
Yeah.
the writers all like, and they'll make him a star.
Yeah.
That's a much easier way to do it.
Yeah, just
than
bring in George Lopez. Don't say anything. Just keep to be like, oh,
just
mind of
call it
Mencia.
Chappelle show.
Yeah.
Okay, and what show would you recommend?
Oh, I mentioned earlier, but if you want something that is edgy but also funny from the same time period, you should just watch Wonder Shows and instead.
Is Wonder Chosen kind of fucked up now?
Very well. It's a good point. I haven't watched it in a long time, but at the time, when I was watching it seemed like they actually had points behind them.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, Daniel, how would you improve the show?
I guess I end up replacing him. Like it's no.
Just different
I just-
Mencia.
Yeah, I feel
See if
like
he has
just
any.
somebody
He's
else.
got 16 siblings. One of them's got to be charming.
Yeah, for real. Do you think his whole show is his cousins or something? Like what the fuck? His brother Joseph, I think, is on it.
Yeah, his brother Joe's on it. Like 20 of the 60 episodes or something. That's the other thing. There are no regular players but Mencia. Like everyone, like,
He burns bridges apparently.
but yeah,
I
but
see
like
that.
Brad, what's his name?
Williams.
Yeah, Brad Williams is in it for like 20 episodes, but yet nobody is in it for like, he doesn't have any regular players for long periods of time, which is, pretty telling.
Oh fuck yeah.
Because like every sketch show, like there are, Chappelle had the regular people that were in
Charlie Murphy and
Charlie
Donna
Murphy,
Rawlings.
and yeah, exactly. So you had these people that were in it,
and who added to the show overall.
yeah, who
Yeah,
make
you're
the
right.
show better.
Oh fuck yeah, you didn't even think of that. Yeah, good point.
Yeah, and it's just fucking Carlos Mencia dying on his island trying to claim how he's the best. He never makes fun of him. That's what I would change about the show, by the way. Oh, wait,
Make fun of yourself?
he doesn't make fun of himself
No,
once.
not at all. Yeah.
He says he makes fun of everybody, and he makes fun of everybody but Carlos
Classic
Mencia.
bully shit. It is
Yeah.
classic bully stuff.
Because that's the thing is like whenever someone's like, I'm not racist, I hate everybody or something, it's like, not every. You love
Arguably,
yourself
yeah.
usually, or like,
You think you're the best. You
Yeah,
want
you-
everyone to be you.
yeah, you're against.
That's arguably worse. At least this way there's diversity, you know?
At least there's diversity in how you hate.
Yeah.
You have a point of view. That's you can't hate everyone. That's no point of view.
yeah.
What a diatribe of nothing I just said.
Yeah. It's just
Okay.
like Carlos Mencia's act.
It's really telling because there is no other comic I think we would do this to.
Yeah, we can just openly talk. Oh fuck, yeah.
Like I can't think of another comic we would do this so blatantly.
No, there's other hacks. I mean, Robin Williams was for one.
Well,
no,
I
he's
wouldn't.
not a hack,
No,
at
but
least.
that's literally we're not talking about it
Yeah,
like
good
that.
point. Good point. Good point. Who's a big hack than someone else?
But like, I mean,
There's this guy David Piccolomini.
Yeah.
I don't respect.
Oh no.
I don't enjoy.
yeah, I guess like Larry the Cable Guy. But even then, I see
Yeah.
more craft behind it. It's because he stole. It's
Yeah,
literally he
that's-
violated
everyone's
code
the one
zero.
rule. Yeah, the one fucking rule.
Yeah,
Both of you need to recommend a show.
yeah. Please,
Oh, from that time period, or just
no,
in
just
general?
any
Whatever,
a
whatever.
good show you think people should check out.
Oh fuck, I don't know. How about the Joe Rogan podcast? You want to check that out?
News Radio starring Joe Rogan.
Yeah.
Thanks, Perafan. Thank you so much. I'm going to recommend Danger 5, which is a very fun show about killing Nazis. It's a show set in the 50s as like an international spy agency, and it's a comedy parody from Australia. It's really funny. It has a group of 5 people from 5 different countries all working together.
Can I just say something?
Yeah.
I actually, like probably 10, 15 episodes ago, recommended Danger 5.
Uh-huh.
So that means you stole from me.
Wow.
You hack.
Wow.
I'm resigning from the podcast. Thanks for showing my Rogan.